Does Pierre Poilievre have any chance in Canadian politics of kind of recapturing the energy he had towards the beginning of 2024? I think no. Maybe there's a small chance, but I'll put my cards on the table that I think the Conservatives should get a new leader, and they just need a totally new platform. They have to be way more bold. Anyway, we'll go over some polls here. Not looking good for Poilievre. This is about a month ago, but I saw some recent polling as well that kind of reflected these numbers.
About some new numbers from our pollster of record, Nick Nanis. The latest Nano research ballot tracking has the Tories 10 points behind the Liberals. And Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre has just over half the support of Mark Carney when Canadians.
So why are they going through all this by-election stuff to make Poilievre continue to be the leader of the opposition? Like, for what? He's so far behind. I get like Carney's kind of enjoying a honeymoon period or whatever, but man, I don't know. And again, he's 0 for 1. He proved when it mattered the most, in my opinion, he wasn't a great candidate in the final weeks of that campaign. He was good in like 2024 to expose, obviously, Trudeau, which like the housing crisis. At least he went hard on those issues, because for so long, Conservatives before that were weak on that. And they didn't really go right at the affordability kind of crisis, that's happening in Canada. But I just don't understand. Like, I think Conservatives need to pivot in a huge way to regain trust, or they're just going to keep losing. Now it's been 4 Liberal terms in a row, and they're way up again. Like, what do you think? I think the Liberals are just going to keep winning, which sucks. Like, I'm a right-wing guy. I'd like a right-wing government to win, but I don't see it. And to be totally frank, I don't trust Poilievre anymore, just solely based on the fact that in the final weeks of the campaign, he was not good at all. Some people try to blame the advisors or whatever, like, for example, telling him not to go on Joe Rogan or just take certain positions maybe. That falls on Poilievre. You're the leader. If someone gives you advice not to go on Rogan, the biggest show in the world, just fire them. Like, you're competing for the leader of Canada, a massive country, G7 country. I did not like how Poilievre performed when the pressure was at its highest.
A Liberal government that wants to build pipelines, right, and is committed to energy projects. And
you close your eyes, you kind of feel like you're hearing a Conservative government at times.
You know, so Pierre Poilievre not only has to get back more in the news and to be proactive, he needs to somehow define himself as different and relevant to the national dialogue. So what is he bringing to the table on that front?
And what about the timing of this?
Look, that's actually a great point. I skipped over a big chunk of that video, but that is a good point there, that Poilievre has to somehow differentiate himself from the Liberals. And I feel like in the campaign, he didn't do a good job of that. The Liberals, yes, they copied a lot of his policies. It's kind of about like being more pro-business, or at least talking about it. I don't know how much fall through there really will be, but the difference between Poilievre right now and Carney, it's not that much. Or even like, for example, Liberals admitting basically that they let too many immigrants in and they like needed to strike a better balance. So they kind of took some of the issues away from Poilievre, but then you got to pivot. I just don't see how this moves forward to like him winning the next election. Yeah, to be totally honest, I think there needs to be like a reform party in Canada. I don't think the Conservative Party is very good. In my adult lifetime, they've been like a letdown the entire time. They're so weak. It's like they don't want to just like say with their chest what their true beliefs are. And that's not good. Like, they just totally capitulated in woke times. Even still now, like they do not want to push the Overton window anywhere. They just want to like basically operate in the paradigm of liberals, I think. And the PPC, like, I don't think they're doing that much to get their name out there, but maybe like a PPC if they can gain traction. But I think there needs to be, like, in the UK right now, there's a reform party. Nigel Farage is the leader, and it's picking up steam. I think Canada needs something like that, because I don't think like the Liberal or the Conservative Party, they're not very impressive to me. But anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.